Hello, my name is Nancy Sachro. I do fabric art. I used to paint in oil, and then I discovered that I could make art with my sewing machine. And from then on, I've hardly looked back. I love to choose fabrics and the colors and the design. Some of my things are modern, some of mine are abstract, some of them are realistic. Some pieces I've tried to emulate the group of 7. Sometimes I take a photograph of somebody's camp or their area and transfer it into a fabric art. With this piece, this is called Splish Splash, and I started with all of the fabrics that I used in this one are commercially purchased fabrics. Sometimes I dye my own fabrics and or stain them or stamp them, but nothing is done on this one. I started with a background fabric, a piece that I had that had raindrops in it, and I thought it would be suitable. And then I built the hill in the background and covered it with tulle. Tulle is a very fine netting that you would think of as being in a bridal veil, but it comes in many colors. This one is a dark green that I put over the background. Then I did some stitchery on that, and then I appliqued on the coats and the boots. Oh, I worked on the ground, on the water too, and in the little pebbles in the bottom. And then when the background was all set, then I cut out and appliqued on the little suit, the raincoats and the boots. The umbrellas are made so that they are only sewn down on the top, and they are loose on the bottom, so that it gives a 3D effect. There's always a problem solving that goes on because there aren't any instructions really when you do fabric art. So I had to figure out some way to make the water look like splashes. And I've done this before when I've done rocks with waves coming up on them. So this is hand-dyed cheesecloth that I've appliqued and stitched down and fastened down at the bottom. And it is loose, a little bit loose, but not, it won't fall off. To finish off, I got silver thread and made long raindrop shapes, and at the bottom of on the bottom of most of the raindrop pieces, there is a tiny silver bead that's been hand appliqued on to look like the raindrop. And I put a few on the end of some of the corners of the umbrella too. This piece was really a lot of fun to work on. And you talked about this theme of finding joy. It was just joyous to find the fabrics and the bright colors on a wintry day to work on this. I find joy just in creating it. But I also taught little kids for a long time. And I always found that there was a puddle, there was a little kid standing in it. And I always thought maybe there was a magnet in the bottom of each puddle that attracted children to puddles. And I could just see the joy of these kids on a rainy day being stuck inside and being able to put their raincoats on and boots and umbrellas and out splashing in the puddles on a nice warm rainy day. Well, I hope that others can realize that you can make art with fabric, that you don't have to use paint. Or you can use paper, or you can use a different media. When I show people this piece, the smile comes on their face because they must have a remembrance of being out in the rain or seeing a little kid jumping up and down in a puddle, because you know that. You see kids out there, there's a puddle and there's a little kid probably in there jumping up and down and having a really good time.